everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. I still miss you guys like crazy. What's going on in my life is all three of my animals have been following me around when I go from room to room, which is nice. It kind of feels like being at school and having an audience all of the time. They don't ask as many questions as you guys do though, so that's nice. Okay, last week we worked on finding random objects in our house or in our purse or wherever and creating doodles around them. And I was really impressed with what you guys did because no two doodles looked anything alike, right? You guys found a lot of the same objects, right? A lot of Q-tips, a lot of paper clips, but none of the doodles looked anything alike. And that's what I want. I want you guys to see things in a new way. I was really impressed with a couple people who used multiple objects and laid them out and kind of created a scene that flowed through all of the different objects. That was kind of fun. I was also kind of impressed by how small some of the objects you guys chose were, right? I think I would have gone with something bigger, but you guys picked something really, really little. A lot of push pins. And thinking about something so small made me kind of figure out what we're gonna do for this week, and we're gonna do macro photography or close-up photography of random objects. So all of those objects that you used last week are perfect for what we're gonna do this week. So if they're still out on your desk, great, take pictures of them. Macro photography is technically close-up photography, but with a special lens. If you have a fancy camera, awesome. Figure out what kind of lens you wanna use, and you can do some true macro photography. For the rest of us who don't have a fancy camera, our phone camera is gonna be just fine. So we will do close-up photography. For my one student who does have a flip camera, I'm sorry, let's try to embrace your flip camera-ness and maybe make vintage looking photos, right? Because it's not as clear as maybe an iPhone, but maybe lean into that. Make it kind of vintagey, make it kind of weird, or blurry on purpose. But for the rest of us, oh, also, if you want to use your Chromebook camera, you could totally do that too. It might be kind of weird to hold it up and find the right spot, but see what happens. It might work. The idea is to take these objects and look at them in a new way. So we're all going to be kind of using random objects from around the house, and we might be using the same object as someone else. So I want you to remember back to when we did still life in the classroom and we all brought in objects from the classroom and we laid them out on the table. And when you looked at all 30 different objects, it was kind of a lot and it was maybe too much to draw or kind of too overwhelming. And I taught you guys how to do your viewfinder, right? We have our fingers and we can make our own viewfinder. And in our still life, we can go in and find the space that we think is the most interesting, right? So looking at the still life, that everyone is looking at the same still life, but seeing it a different way. That is the goal, right? So maybe seeing it from up top or from the sides or even underneath something and kind of finding that area that is the most unique. So same thing with the paper clips. If you're using a paper clip and so is someone else, how is your paper clip going to be more interesting or more unique or a different angle than someone else, right? Play around with it. And I don't want you to just take one photo. I want you to take as many photos as you can think about to take, right? The more, the better, right? If we take more, we can always delete and edit down. That's the beauty of digital photography. So take lots of photos, play with maybe different settings, maybe make it black and white to take away a lot of the distractions from around there. I've seen some people do this with shoes and that's really unique. And I know a lot of you have really cool shoes. And maybe look at your shoes in a very, very different light, right? Instead of seeing the whole shoe and like the outfit and the whole, the whole shebang, maybe the stitching on the shoe or the tread underneath or the shoelaces. See it in a different way. So that's my goal. I will put some stuff in Google Classroom so you guys can have some more guidance. I'm gonna put some photos up and everything so you can get started on this. And I miss you guys like crazy. If you guys have any questions or any concerns or just wanna talk to me, reach out. Have an amazing day. Bye.